What's going on, guys? Today I wanted to hop on here and do a video about the 3 different ways that I will typically rig a ZMAN Trout Trick. The first is just your basic jig head. The trick with the Trout Trick is just, it's such a long skinny bait, is just getting it on that jig head correctly. This is not any new idea to fish a Z-Man on a jig head. I'd say that's the most generic way, but I will fish it on a jig head quite often. The next way I'll rig the Trout Trick is on the Texas side jig head. Y'all have seen me fish this a lot with all different kinds of soft plastics, but what I really like about this, you get the same action from a jig head, but not quite as exaggerated. And because this eye strike Texas eye is articulated here, this hook will really float up with a Z-Man, because a Z-Man floats. And so when you stop this on the bottom, the head will rest like this on the bottom, and the hook will ride up with that Z-Man. So you're fishing this bait kind of head down, digging around in the bottom just like a little bait fish would be, and that tail wagging around up on the top. Super effective way to fish it. Probably one of the most common ways that I'll rig a trout trick is on a Texas eye. The third way is a way I just started fishing. I'm sure other people are already doing this, but I was amazed with the outcome of rigging the bait this way. I had not fished a trout trick this way before, and I really liked it, and so that was the main reason for me wanting to do this video and share with y'all. What I'm doing is I'm rigging the trout trick on an extremely light weedless worm hook. And so what I'll do is, since the Z-Man material is really hard to put in on these screws, I'll pop the screw off and I will go about, I'm calling these ribs. So on these trout tricks, you've got these little ribs. I'll go about 2 ribs in and come out of the belly with this hook. So like this, 2 ribs in, come out of the belly. So my bait's gonna look like that. What I'll do next is I'll slide this over this weight here. It'll kind of roll back on itself, but you just shake it a little bit and it'll pop out. And I'll slide this up on here, and when the line's attached, it won't pop off. If I were to keep sliding it right now, the Z-Man would pop off, the trout trick would pop off of this hook. Next thing you do is you measure how far back you need this hook to go. You'll come punch it in, and then you're good to go. What's awesome about this bait is it is extremely weedless, but the action you get with this is unlike any other way you can fish the trout trick. So when you let it settle, it'll rest on the bottom like this. And as you twitch it, it'll dart back and forth just like a jerk bait will. You get a really different action than any other way to rig this bait, and I really like it. The other great thing about rigging the bait in this way is it becomes extremely weedless. This weight will just slide across the bottom, and you can work it through oysters, you can work it through laydowns, especially if you'll tuck the hook back into the soft plastic, just like this. It's got nothing to grab on, and so it's just a great way to fish around cover, around snodgrass in the winter, and around oysters and rocks. You can get away with a lot more. So if you're not rigging your trout trick on a weedless worm hook, you need to be doing it. It's really been super effective for me this winter, and I know it can help y'all out when you're out on the water. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, leave any comments here, Instagram or Facebook, and I'll get back to y'all. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.